Alright you guys, welcome back to the Alaria TCG How to Play video number 4. This should be our last How to Play video. Unless you guys have any questions and I can explain it a little more, make another video, I'll be happy to do that with you guys. Now, we did talk about the last video, the active zone, what that does. We did talk about the reserve zone and the safe zone, how those work together, how the reserve zone is basically used to have cards pay the cost of your other summons, and then once they're used, they go to your safe zone. We talked about the 50 points that goes for you winning the game is what's counted between your reserve zone and your safe zone. The last zone to talk about, really simple actually, is your player zone, right up here. Player zone, like is mentioned before in previous videos, is where you place your artifacts. All right. Now, here's the thing with the artifacts. Think lore-wise, right? If you're a mage, or like think of a video game character, you know, how many head pieces can you wear? How many hand pieces, torsos, legs, feet, weapons do you have? You can only use, in this game, you can use one. So here you go. You got an equip like a torso. All right, Robe of Deceit goes to torso. I can't place another card that I want torso. If I do pay the cost of one and I want to replace it, okay, I can place it down, but this is going to go in my discard pile. Pretty simple, all right? So you can have your head, your torso, your hands, like gloves or rings or anything like that. That will go on your hand slot. You got your leg slot, and you got your feet, like boots or anything else you wear. And then you have, which they will say here, like Ring of Menser, that goes in your hands. So you can't wear any gloves or anything else like that because you're wearing this ring. Now you do have also weapons. They don't say anything. They just say Sword of the Bleak. And you can basically tell they're weapons. But again, they won't have like a slot. You can only have one weapon at a time. Everything, again, is unless specified by a specific effect, like this can be wielded along with another artifact or anything like that. But other than that, you can only do one. So say I have Sword of the Bleak. I pay the cost for this one. It's a little more powerful. All right, this one will go to my discard pile. Now I use this. Now, one last feature we want to talk about, and then you guys should already be ready to be able to play the game fully and with no questions, but if you do have questions, again, let me know. You have this idea, so I want to use this one as an example. On your turn, you may choose a summons in the active zone. It gains 13 power points until the turn is over. Spear of Mitre goes through cooldown at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn. So what that means, cooldown means this. At the end of the turn, it goes in this position. At the end of the next turn, it goes into this position. You see, it's cooling down. At the end of the next turn, it goes to this position. And at the end of the next turn, it goes to this position. And it goes through a full cooldown. Once it's here again, I can now use it. Once I use the effect again, boom, it goes through cooldown. That's cooldown, you guys. So if you see that with any of the creatures or any other cards, that's what going through a cooldown. That's what going through cooldown means. Now it'll also specify. It'll say this Spear Mitre goes through the cooldown at the end of the next turn. It means at the end of the next turn, then it goes to cooldown. All right, so just pay attention, but that's what it means. So you do have the ability to kind of stack yourself up to do your very best to, you know, wear your equipment, fill up your slots, which means you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equipment slots plus a weapon, and then 1 active spell. All right, so you can have a spell card right here that we mentioned in a previous video that does not get resolved automatically, like, oh, this one gains 5 power when it attacks another summons, because once you use that, it goes in the cooldown. But one that has a lingering effect will go in this zone. If you have another spell that does that, all right, it replaces it. You can only have one. All right, so this is how you play Alaria TCG. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. Really hope you guys understand it. I will do As I get questions, I'll do like a question and answer video. So I'll just address different questions. So I won't re-explain everything, but I'll be able to kind of address each point specifically. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Till next time.